afternoon's 11th race. It is the Grade 3, 41st renewal of the Sam Davis Stakes, 3-year-olds at a mile and a 16th, $250,000 on the line, and here is the post parade. Number 1, Hidden Stash, owned by the BBN Racing LLC, trained by Victoria Oliver, Hector Diaz Jr., the rider. Number 2 is locally based Joe Man Joe, owned by Lucky 7 Stable, trained by David Fisher. Huber Villa Gomez has the return call. Number 3 is St. Elias Stables' Known Agenda. Todd Pletcher, the conditioner, and Johnny Velasquez looks for win number 5 on today's program. Number 4 is Malene, owned by Donegal Racing, trained by Todd Pletcher. Roberto Alvarado Jr. is the rider. Number 5, Smiley Sabuka, owned by Albo Family Racing Stables, LLC, trained by Dale Romans. Daniel Centeno, the rider. Number 6, Runway Magic, owned by Hellendale Equine Holdings Incorporated and Bruce Lunsford, trained by Mr. Rusty Arnold. Julian Leperoux, the rider. Number 7 is Boca Boy, owned by Kenneth Fishman, trained by Cheryl Weinbaugh, and Antonio Gallardo looks for win number 2 on today's card. Number 8 is this year's winner of the Pasco Stakes, Nova Rags. Michael Shanley is the owner. William Mott is the conditioner, and Sammy Camacho once again aboard for the ride. Number 9 is Candyman Rocket, owned by Frank Fetcher Racing Operations Incorporated, trained by William Mott, Jr. Alvarado aboard. Number 10 is Ricochet, owned by the Whiskey Hollow Thoroughbreds LLC, trained by Kelsey Danner, Jesus Castanon, the rider. Number 11 is Lucky Law, racing in partnership for Sanford Bacon and Mrs. Paul Shanahan, Horse France America, and Patrick Biacone, trained by Patrick Biacone. Robbie Alvarado, the rider. And rounding out the field is number 12, Last Investment, owned by Beth and Milton Henry, trained by Stacy Henry, and Adamar Santos, the rider. That's the field of 12 going postward for the Sam Davis post time in 5. And they're off and running in the 41st edition of the Sam Davis. Boca Boy is away sharply and right to the early lead. Nova Rags comes away in good order second. Up on the outside, Candyman Rocket is there third. Smiley Sabuka tucked in along the rail fourth. And the last horse away is Malene. They swing around the clubhouse turn, and Boca Boy now strikes to the lead by a length. Along the rail, that's Smiley Sabuka, now moving up second. Up on the outside, Candyman Rocket in two-path, travels along now third. Then it's 2.5 lengths farther back to the Pasco winner. Nova Rags in a good spot now, fourth, 3/4 of a length. Ricochet to the outside now, fifth. Hidden Stash tucked in toward the rail. Now racing along sixth. Right there between horses, Lucky Law is now traveling along seventh. From between horses, Runway Magic is eighth. Far outside, Long Shot, Last Investment is ninth. And then it's a big break of about 8 lengths back. Known Agenda is about 15 lengths off the leaders. And the trailer is Joe Man Joe as they leave the half-mile marker. Boca Boy and Gallardo, they're calling the shots up front. And they boot clear to lead the race by 2.5. Candyman Rocket is now being knuckled on second. Nova Rags is set down for the drive toward the rail now third. Up on the outside, Ricochet is fourth. Hidden Stash, he's now coming with a run down along the inner rail fifth. But meanwhile up front, Candyman Rocket from the outside strikes to the lead. But here's Nova Rags with a ground-saving trip, moving through, not a challenge second. Boca Boy is all in third. Inside the final furlong, it's Candyman Rocket and Junior Alvarado. They made first run and they have the lead. Nova Rags will surge again late and run at the leader, and Hidden Stash down the center of the racetrack. Candyman Rocket hangs on by a diminishing 3/4 of a length. Nova Rags is there for second. Hidden Stash the Daily Double. Grade 3 Sam Davis, number 9, Candyman Rocket. He's a 3-year-old brown colt, owned by Frank Fetcher Racing Operations Incorporated, under the care of Hall of Famer William Mott, and it was a Mott Exacta, Junior Alvarado, to ride a perfect race for his second stakes victory on today's card. The $1 superfecta, $2,164.60. Congratulations to all of the connections of Candyman Rocket, victorious in the Grade 3, Sam Davis. That brings us to the 12th and